shot, you're never going to be ready to win the game. Sabrina Ionescu. Good afternoon, Dr. Jewell, Mrs. Lyons, faculty, staff, and my fellow students. At the beginning of last year, Mrs. Newman told us that we would be assigned an independent reading book for each quarter. My face was not too happy about this. I told her no matter how hard she tried, she was not going to get me to like reading. She turned around to me and said, I don't care how long it takes, I will get you to like reading. Fast forward to the beginning of this year, we had to pick another independent reading book, and I was not excited about this assignment. In order to motivate us, Mrs. Newman talked about the benefits of reading. She said that it helps you build empathy, and she gave an example of a book she was reading about WNBA player Brittany Garner and her journey of getting prison in Russia. The book caught my attention, and I stayed after class to talk about it and decided to get my own copy. Coming Home by Brittany Garner tells the story of her time in prison in Russia and how she fought to come back home. In the book, she shares the tough moments she faced and how it affected her. Garner talks about being strong, finding hope, and how important her family is during this time. Because of her family back home, her story caught the attention of the White House, and after 9 months of imprisonment, Garner was brought back home to the United States. Garner's story opened my eyes in many ways. It taught me to feel empathy, appreciate the little things in life, and the sacrifices people make for each other. It was a transformative experience that changed my perspective on reading and life itself, just like Mrs. Newman said it would. Garner's story of strength made me think of my own challenge that I faced just last year and how my family carried me through the hard times. Last November, I was playing my basketball game and felt this pain like something was constantly stabbing me in my lower back. During halftime, I went to my mom and told her how I was feeling. She said to try to keep playing and we would go to the doctor. Fast forward to the next day, we called to make a doctor's appointment, and the earliest appointment was in 3 days. And in those 3 days, I had volleyball practice. So I went and did the best I could. During that practice, I was in horrible pain, but I didn't want to let my teammates down, knowing there was a tournament coming up. In hindsight, I should have listened to my mom and my body and taken a break. After going to the doctor, I was told I had a pinched nerve. However, I would require an MRI to see what kind of damage I was dealing with. The MRI revealed that my injury was a little bit more serious and I had a stress fracture on the right side of my lower back. This meant I could not play sports for 4 weeks, and after those 4 weeks were up, I was hoping to be able to jump back on the court. However, on the last day of my required break, I came home from watching practice unable to walk. My parents were so concerned, they brought me to the doctor, and after 9 months of off and on playing and rest and doctor's appointments, it was finally determined that both of my sides of my back were fractured, and I would be required to wear a plastic brace for 3 months. My volleyball and basketball season were cut short, and as a 13-year-old, I loved to do the normal things that everyone would love, playing sports, running around, but now I was forced to be as careful as possible, hiding my brace under sweatpants and sweatshirts, while all my friends were free to do whatever they wanted. Some might think that it would be great wearing sweatpants to school every day, but let me tell you, it got old really fast. Getting through this experience would have been impossible without the support of my family. Just like Griner's family rallied around her, my family did the same for me. Dad. He would know when I was feeling down and find a way to put a smile on my face, even though I could not play basketball. He made sure to watch every game with me from the couch. Mom, from taking me to doctor's appointments, 7 a.m. PT, or shopping, I know you would always be there for me in my best and worst moments. Gia, you would find ways to get me out of the house if I needed a break, and would be there when I needed you the most. Cynthia, you would FaceTime me and listen to me talk while giving me a live haul of all the skins you bought, pretending like it was from home. Christopher, you would always find ways to make me laugh no matter what, and of course, playing Fortnite with me. These acts may seem small and insignificant, but to me they meant the world. As you can see, my family was making an effort to distract me from the pain I was in and carry me through the difficult times. Even though there were days where I felt like I could never play my favorite sport again, I remembered that I had a team around me that would never let me fail. Mrs. Newman was right. Learning about other people's stories really does help people to empathy and understand, especially during the difficult times. It's important to keep people around you that not only love you in your best moments, but in your worst. Thank you.